Hey everybody, Nerb3, and a few things have happened since the last video. I got a fuck ton of stone. We're doing good on iron and everything still. I did work on the chicken farm that I said I was going to work on, and I'll actually roll the footage of that now, or some of the footage, and then I will talk about the slight changes that I had to make from what I did there. Alright, I've cleared out a little bit more space here, not a whole lot, as I don't need a whole lot of space, I don't think. Most of the stuff will take place up in this area here, so I need to use the droppers to bring them up. And then the one dispenser, here's the thing, and I hear, oh, that must be a spat by first placing that onto our stone bricks. Probably don't need that on the hotbars, so stone bricks, comparator output set to subtract mode. That will catch that. And then we want to make it a strong signal. And somehow relay that to the tower, while also spitting it back into itself. So I think that should give us some pulsing. Well, I managed to figure it out just by moving this line to the other side, but I'm hoping that doesn't jam that up, and it doesn't seem to, at least. But it sounds like we are getting some torch burnout, so throwing a delay in that should probably take care of that. Just want to make sure everything's getting up there, and it seems to be. Again, I'm going to use not a repeater, a comparator. Gonna have to do that again. Now, how am I going to power that unless I swing this around there? But that is going to power that one. That's not really something I think I need to worry about. And then if I do that, that should work. If I put items in there, will it spit them out? And it is. And those items will cycle through that system forever. The ones that drop anyways. I'll need to place the fence gate here. Of course I can't do that. So that will stop the water that will be placed somewhere from falling down, as well as keeps the chickens from falling down. So now I need to, will that be controlled by that if there's blocks in there? It won't, but it also isn't working. Why is that? I guess not necessarily best way, but the way I'm going to set it up, it does trigger this item hop open. Now it's closed, and that's up, so that'll flow. That's on, that's open, so they'll drop. Perfect. Alright, I've got my half slabs, so we'll do that. Redstone there. Redstone there, and we're connected. Alright, so now that you've seen a little bit of the making of it, very briefly, as it was some pretty boring footage, I feel I should go back over some changes and let you see it from a more completed perspective. I briefed over the whole killing mechanism because it was just some dry stuff, so I'm really not sure why my frame rate is so low. But essentially goes from a button into a piston that splits the current, or the thing, and a flint and steel is triggered, and then 3 ticks later this piston puts out the flames so none of the chicken burns. This piston, or this hopper clock back here, does absolutely nothing. It's just sitting here, and that's really it. I'm gonna remove it. That was from a failed attempt at something. I never really showed, ouch, this lag is unbearable. I can't imagine what it's like to watch. I'm sorry. I ended up having to move the water, which you don't see in the clips, to the source being there and it flowing down and around as chickens were sliding. They weren't dropping through. Hopefully that all made some sense. And now we'll see the thing fire. I can't go that way. It sounds like there's a zombie in here, so I will be prepared. Hi. That's not cool. I wonder where he spawned, or if he just tracked me all the way in. And I wonder if it's these chickens that are causing the lag. But as you can see, we'll hit the cook button, and they caught on fire shortly. Piston extended, they all died, and some of the cooked chicken made it there. I still need to set up a proper sorting system to take any eggs out from here and relay them back into here. Right now I just kind of fire them in there. I'm going to try and get this frame rate issue taken care of. It could be the cows too. Before I go on to show you the rest of the changes. Well, the number of videos I start by saying well is outrageous, but I sort of fixed the frame rate. It's not great, and sounds are really loud. I was hunting for creatures the other day, so. But some changes being nothing to the tree farm. Harvested that a few times. Some major changes are I got some more books, or bookshelves there. Got a Feather Falling 4 book. Nothing terribly exciting. Dug that out for some reason. And the big changes are down here, where I dug out and filled the side with gravel for eventually a rail track. Put these down. These 2 stairs burned because there's lava under here. And this was a cave system I found a long time ago that runs through here. But as well, I started strip mining I go about 100 blocks in either direction. And I actually ran out of torches last time I was here, so some of these tunnels are a little unlit. Yeah, I ran out of torches right about here, so and I prepared for the next run. Oh, did not need to spam torches there. Keep mixing up my click and my jump, and I can't run anymore. But yeah, so I got some mining done. Like I said, I didn't get very many diamonds out of this, but they did help. Not that I needed a lot of diamonds, and I just kind of cleared out a bit of a tunnel here. I mostly dug it for experience, actually, from coal, just because I'm trying to get up to bring up some more enchantments. And now actually the next project I'm going to be working on is properly building the spawner out there. I realize there's a lot of problems with it when it comes to just the way it's set up, really, in general. Oh, and I got a silk touch pick. Almost forgot to mention that. So that'll help out when I go mining. But yeah, I'm going to build it more ethos style. So I'm going to start by hollowing out the center and going from there to see what kind of changes to the entire shape. I'm going to have a whole bunch of dispensers left over. Alright, again I started with the alright, but I cleared out all the floors. There was 3 floors in here, and I got, I don't know, 8, almost 9 stacks of stone brick, and there's actually more walls above that. I just didn't finish the floor, so before I knock out these, because I don't really know what I'm doing, I'm going to start planning out how this is going to work. So I think if I leave this layer here for mobs to drop down on and then get brought down into one zone, that will be fine. So I do want to build up on this level up here, but to do that, I'm going to kind of just plan it out on the floor here first, I think. So I want room, I guess, too wide from this drop down. So too wide. And I can't have any spots that are 2 by 2. So if that center is blocked off, I screwed up. I want that to be there, that to be like that, and the center moves over 1. 1, 2, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom. And block in the middle, or a half slab. So that gives me spawning spaces with 2 blocks there to fall, 2 blocks there to fall, and I could actually, now with that being done, 1, 2, I don't really know if I need 2 spots, but I'm just doing it because I can, really. This does limit my spawning floors by quite a bit. Can always do something like something like that in between, but that allows for spiders to spawn, because as it is, I can really only get 2 pads per side, maybe 6 on a layer, unless I do something in the corners. I'm gonna play with this in creative and see what I can come up with. Alright, we're here in a creative world, and I think I've worked something out. Now the rooms are they're 18 by 18 on the inside, so that's 18 by the 18 is to here, but I do technically have another 4 blocks on each side of the floors because of the platforms I built for what would be redstone. So with that in mind, I could get an extra, everything here in a line, everything from this side added, or I can just keep it on the inside and have this set up here, which is still quite a lot of spawning spaces. Found out you don't need 2 blocks for the mob to fall into, so this works quite well, I believe. And really I can fit quite a few spawning spaces in a small area, so I think that's what I'll go with. And just so you can see the evolution of the chicken machine, as it's had many revisions and edits, and this was the final, I believe, the final version I had running on here, where the chickens could breed and you would get the chicken in here. But that used lava, and for some reason the lava would work in here, but it would burn the chickens completely and all their items in the actual world. So and I dabbled with a cow machine, an AFK cow farm, where I could just spam wheat and breed cows, and then occasionally I'd drop a gate, or however the gate would get triggered, and let a couple cows out so they could, go down and die. But it never worked out no matter how many times I tried. And then I had this system here which would spam me back and forth while breeding cows. Then I believe that was the on switch. Yeah, every now and then that would pulse, and because baby cows are short, they would survive, but the grown-up ones would get killed. But this pulsed way too fast, so you would never be able to actually breed any of them. So this compact machine here was the original prototype, and what I actually built lost all compactness, and it was just really a mess. But it is what it is, and it works, so I saved a piston. But yeah. But yeah, that's really about it for this episode. I'll hop back into my other world and start building wherever it disappeared to. Start building the new spawner. Here we are. Yeah, start building this design for as many layers as I can fit. I probably won't expand the extra 2 blocks, but they're there if we need it. And I do kind of realize if it was centered more, you wouldn't have these 1 blocks sticking out, or these 3 there, and you could have more of a half one there, but it really doesn't matter, even though mobs are less likely to spawn on a 1x1. But oh well. So that's about it for this episode. It might be a bit long. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.